Good afternoon on what is a mild grey and cloudy day. It is Thursday the 21st of March and I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea. And a box to continue unboxing, and what I'm going to pull out of here is the flood bell tolls in for St. Magnus, a system neutral campaign setting. So there's nothing on the back, it just basically says worldtempest.com, telling you who it's published by. So let's have a look inside. Nothing much to see. So no blurb on the back. I always do like a good blurb because essentially it's telling you what the thing is about, and you're kind of going, well, what is this about? I don't know. And that's a little bit disappointing because there is sort of like plenty of space to do that. So there we go. Got a credits page on a location. How to use this book. This is a system neutral campaign setting. You will need to choose a rule system to use alongside this book. We recommend something old school revival, such as Merc Borge, Cyborg, Black Sword Hack, or Mothership, but pick something that fits your style. So this does use firearms. We've got notes on magic and money and so on. So this is a modern style setting, but more kind of, I would suspect, with its magic probably closer to sort of like early modern. But okay, so we've got a nice sort of piece of in-game fiction there to capture the flavour of the location and an actual image of the location. So it's a lot more modern than I thought. And here we are describing the location. We've got the crest, which we saw a map of earlier, where there's the King's Palace and the Bethel, and various locations around the city. We've got a table of rumours, a table of random encounters, quite small, but really I think for something this size, a campaign this size, it runs to 80 pages or so on, was probably enough. And then we move into particular locations. We've got the description of the swell, the heart of the city, and its environs, such as the Siltweed, the power station, and those people who work it. And we've got the description of the bilge. So this would also work with something like Into the Odd, or perhaps Electric Bastion Land. We've got more encounters. This is particular to the region. And we've got Sinkhole. And another actually really great illustration, so it's a sense of what that's like, the energy and the churning waters as you know, water falls into it, and the locations within. You might encounter a dinosaur, so you're getting a good feel for it, I think. And also a sense of sort of like the robotics and mechanical elements of the setting as well. And then sort of area where there's sort of like detritus, flotsam and jetsam, you know, washed up is the dredge. And I said, not a really fantastic piece of art. A fantastic kind of wave creature there, as sort of like a watchman, you know, keeps an eye on things. Then we move on to the mud flats. And one thing, there is no map of the city that I can see so far. It's more sort of representative, you know, sort of like you can get the feel of what it's like. We've got, you know, and then we've got a table for basically to create nightmarish points of interest for characters venturing onto the mud flats. And then describing the different locations. We move on to magic. We've got hydromancy, and types of magic, rituals, and salt sickness. Discussion of the old gods, relics, and then denizens that you might find across the city. Table around denizens. with illustrations. This is quite a lengthy table. And then possible enemies. This sort of reminded me vaguely of Rainy City. The setting system's neutral, where it perpetually rains. You could almost kind of plug that into this, or plug this into that, and then you've got depicting an encounter out on the seas with just a simple message of run. And then Settler Prime, a waterlogged dungeon crawl. So you've got spaceship jutting out from the mud, half submerged, and this is what you're exploring. And it sort of does remind me of the kind of expression of the dungeon in a little bit Into the Odd. But here there's more science fiction in nature, and you've got a table of reasons why you're there, events that might trigger whilst you're there, and then we explore location by location. So we've got deck 2, nice little map, floor plans, deck plans, descriptions. We've got a kind of like a handout there in the form of a diary of a science officer, and then deck 1, a similar kind of setting, deck 3, and deck 4, and 5, and here you'll find the captain's log, so further clues as to what's happening on this spaceship, and here is what the player characters will encounter at the bottom of it. And like I say, essentially, what happens next? What the possible outcome of the camp? The sort of the setting is, and we have the flood bell tolls. And basically, this has been a location at the heart of the city, I'm presuming, with a kind of poster saying "Storm the palace," overthrow the patriarchy, as it were. The king is dead. Light save the king that sinks. So that's St. Magnus, a system-neutral campaign setting for the old-school Renaissance retro clone of your choice. Although I think it would work with a lot of other kind of games. Especially if they're setting neutral. So you could easily adapt something like Savage Worlds to this if you wanted to. But for flavour and feel, I would look at Into the Odd, Mothership, that sort of thing. This might well be sort of like an encounter, sort of like with a waterlogged world. You're looking for a missing spaceship, you have to go to this city, that sort of thing. For Mothership, you might find this in the strangeness on the edge of the coast of Merkborg, that sort of thing. And the same again thing for Into the Odd. It's really rather, that looks interesting, and I look forward to delving into this in greater detail in due course. Well, thanks for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a box containing a book or game, which I will unbox and chat about to the best of my abilities and knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.